I always knew the graveyard shift would be unsettling, but nothing could prepare me for what happened last night. As I settled into my routine at the security desk of the old, abandoned mall, a place where shadows seem to linger longer than they should, the surveillance monitors flickered and buzzed with static. Then, one by one, the screens began to reveal grainy footage of events that seemed eerily familiar. My heart skipped a beat when I realized the scenes were from my childhood, moments I had long forgotten, playing out in front of me like ghostly home movies. But the mall had only been built in the last decade, so how could this be possible? The first scene showed a little boy, no older than 8, riding a bicycle down a sun-drenched street. The boy was me, and the street was one I used to live on, long before the mall or any of its security cameras existed. As I watched, a shadowy figure appeared behind the boy, just a flicker at first, then growing more distinct. It was a man, tall and thin, with a face obscured by shadow, always just a step behind. My pulse quickened as I realized this figure had appeared in my childhood nightmares, ones I had dismissed as the product of a wild imagination. As the night wore on, the footage shifted to other significant moments of my youth, birthdays, holidays, and even mundane afternoons, but the shadowy figure was always there, lurking in the background. I couldn't shake the sense that these weren't just recordings but warnings, revealing truths I was never meant to uncover. Each scene seemed to be leading me to a revelation, a missing piece of the puzzle that was my life. I began to question everything I thought I knew about my past, as the figure seemed to grow closer, more tangible, as if it could step out of the screen at any moment. The final scene was the most chilling. It showed the boy me standing in the abandoned mall, surrounded by empty storefronts, the shadowy figure finally stepping into the light. It was my face staring back at me, older and twisted with a darkness I couldn't comprehend. As the camera zoomed in, the figure whispered my name, sending a shiver down my spine. I knew then that my past and future were converging in this cursed place, and whatever had been stalking me all these years was no longer confined to dreams or memories. The monitors flickered off, leaving me alone in the dark, realizing that some shadows never fade, and my night shift had only just begun.